We are joined on the Inland Sports Volleyball Preview Player Feature by Trinity Wyscarver from Notre Dame. Trinity, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. A little side note, this interview was scheduled for yesterday, but we heard there's some good news in the family.
Yeah, my nephew came last night. Oliver.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll get to the fun stuff now. Last year, Notre Dame, along with the Ambassador League, saw record success in the CIF postseason and the state tournament. What did you learn playing against the league, which translated into the postseason?
Well, we learned not only that we came closer as a team, because the more we worked together, the more we spent time together, the more we got to know each other, and we really bonded as a family, and it really helped because we knew each other's individual strengths and weaknesses, so it did help at the end.
Okay. You missed about a month of playing time last year due to a broken knuckle. How hard was that to sit out and watch those matches knowing you couldn't do anything but cheer your teammates on?
That was the hardest because I didn't know it was broken, so I went about a day and a half without a cast, and I just kind of taped it up. I was like, oh, it's just a bruised thumb, because it came back all purple and swollen. And so the night I went and got it checked it out, we played Ontario Christian, and they had the trainer check me out, and they said, I'm not letting you step on the court, and that was the hardest part. And then as games went on and time passed, it was really, really hard. And I know I couldn't do anything but cheer and scream as loud as I could. But it was probably the most difficult time, but I really got to know myself aside from volleyball, because volleyball's my life, and that's all I've ever done. And then stepping away from it, I really got into my school, and I really got to figure something else out, like what I wanted to do after high school and what I wanted to do in college. It gave me the time to really take a breather and figure things out.
Okay. And in that month, how many matches did you end up missing?
4 to 6.
Okay. It was a pretty good sized stretch.
Yeah.
And talk about those Ontario Christian matches. You guys played each other 4 times last year. I was going through the schedule, and I had interviewed Paige Liebhart, the Ontario coach, for my first coaches feature. And so we were talking about some of those matches off camera.
Oh yeah, those were probably the most pumped games you've ever been to. If you've been to a concert or a really loud stadium, it's about that noise level, just a lot closer. So you have a lot of fans cheering, a lot of people coming to support. We were surprised at how many fans we had to support us, especially because we're coming from a farther school when it was an away game.
Okay.
And then how many fans they had come support them. And it was just a really amazing experience, and it was just great playing them all. But it was very difficult. I'm not gonna make it easy. It was the easiest match? No, of course not. It was very difficult.
Okay. What motivation is falling in the Division 7 final last year and the Division 4 state tournament to Ontario Christian providing for everyone this summer to get ready?
Targets. We all have targets on our back. We're all gunning for the #1 spot, and especially in league, because we know a big player, Tessa Oaks, just left Woodcrest, and they were running #1 for a long time, actually. I think all 4 years she was there, they were #1. And so we're hopefully going to take that #1 spot, but we also have Loma Linda and Ontario Christian fighting for that spot. And then we know the top 4 teams, whoever goes to the top 4 teams in the league is going to go to CIF, and that's just going to be a fight. It's going to be a huge fight between all the teams. It's going to be very difficult.
And it's one we're looking forward to covering a few times.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
How did you get your start in volleyball, and who was your biggest inspiration in taking up the sport?
My start, actually, I went to a Catholic school, so it was really small, about 200, maybe 150 kids, max from kindergarten to 8th grade. And so they had little teams. So from 5th to I think about 6th grade, that was a B team, and 7th to 8th grade, that was an A team. So you could join volleyball and basketball. So I just did volleyball because I was like, why not? I haven't tried any other sport before. So I got into that, and they were like, oh, these are the basics, how you hold your hands, how you serve. And then we actually had a club coach come out and hand out little flyers to a clinic, and that was IEBC. And so I went there, and I really got started there. And my biggest inspiration would probably be Wayne White. Wayne White was my 15s coach at IEBC, and he really helped me improve my technique and really got through to how to play the game.
Okay. Are you currently being looked at by anybody to play next year, and what do you want to study in college?
I'm looked at by La Sierra University, UCR, Henderson State University, and Corbin University in Oregon.
Okay.
And then I want to study forensic psychology.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is one random fact that no one knows about you?
Very few people know that I was in a band in 7th grade.
There's got to be a story behind that.
Oh yeah. So I started playing flute because I was like, I want to play an instrument, but I didn't know where to start. So I said, why not start with the flute? And then they had me start in singing lessons because I was in the school choir, and so I got into that, and through there the director said, hey, we have a couple kids that want to start a band, but they don't have a singer. So I joined, and we performed, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We performed at the OC Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Oh yeah.
What has been your favorite part of playing high school volleyball so far? And as a senior, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave after leaving Notre Dame?
The first part of that question, I would love to really focus on, or leaving a mark as like a senior.
Yeah.
I want to leave there knowing that there's a higher level of volleyball. I want them to know that they can play, anyone can play in college, and it's not that it's easy, it's just a lot of work, and anyone can do it. As long as you can put in the time and effort into training, you can do it. It's possible.
And then what's been your favorite part of playing at the high school level so far?
I love competing. I'm a very competitive person. Like, even if we go mini golfing, I'm very competitive.
Okay.
But I love getting to know all the girls. So I know the girls. I know Selena from Ontario and Annika, and I got to meet a lot of girls. And Tia from Aquinas. I know a bunch of girls that played in club, and as we compete into high school season, we all see each other in club season in the winter. So it's just kind of like an all-around good experience.
Yeah, and that's part of the community that volleyball is. I mean, even as officials and coaches, we see each other, and like I'll see a coach on my way to my court and say hi to them really quick. College coaches I've seen along the way because I'm a college line judge.
Yeah.
I'll say hi to you really quick on the way to my court. And it's just that community aspect that I love about volleyball.
Yeah, and we run into a lot of our refs. Actually, a lot of line refs we run into, and a lot of up and down refs we run into. So we all say hi to them. They ref for club season, so they know us.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's really great.
All right. How would your teammates and coaches describe you in 2 to 3 words?
Competitive, but kind of competitive to an aspect where it's fun.
Okay. And what is the funniest thing you've seen happen on a volleyball court?
Oh, I know this one. So I think it was my sophomore year. We were in the first round of CIM, and my friend Jenny, she graduated, I think, last year. And so the ball was coming over, we passed it, the ball was set, but it was like a little bit off or bump set. And she ended up hitting it with her head. So she was a soccer player, so she kind of was used to that, and she bumped it off her forehead, and that was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, so do you as an individual have any goals for your final high school season? And what are the team's goals for this year?
My goal is to leave there, hopefully with a banner this season, But honestly, like, my biggest goal as an individual is just to play the best that I can and get that much better and improve my personal game. But as a team, since we are a newer team and most of our girls on the team are freshmen and sophomores, we're becoming closer. So we're trying to bond the senior to sophomore, because sometimes there's like an aspect where it's the seniors, and it's like, no, we're not that big and you're not that small. So we're just trying to become closer. It's going well so far. This year's team is going to be great.
Okay. And your coach from last year did move on to Fontana, correct?
Yes.
Talk about the transition to a new coaching staff and how many different coaching staffs you've played under at Notre Dame.
So this will be my third. So my first one was Amanda, and she played for UCR. And then my second one was Kim, and she moved on to Montana. And so this new coach, his name's Michael, and he works for our BBC out in Rancho.
Okay.
And he's learning English, which is really great, but he also speaks Spanish, which is also awesome because I'm trying to learn Spanish and he's trying to learn English, so sometimes like our teammates will translate for him. We do have a translator, which is one of our teammates' dads who helps out.
Okay.
And he's kind of like the assistant coach. And so it's really like a great experience because it's new for both of us. It's not like one knows a little bit more than the other. And it's just a really great atmosphere because he pushes us. He really does push us. He pushes us, he works us hard, and he makes us try 100% all the time.
Okay. And talk about the transition between club and high school volleyball. So the club season, depending on if you go to junior nationals or if you stay in Southern California, is another week or two longer. And then basically it's bam, right into high school.
Oh yeah, so I was running double practices most days. So right when school, the last week of school, so week of finals, we had high school, but we also had club. So through those weeks, I was doing practices from right after school to usually 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock at night. Because during club season, practice was 8 to 10, and high school ran from usually 4 to 6.
Okay.
So I'd have to, like an hour to run from Riverside to Corona all the way to Mavericks.
Okay.
And so it's a crazy transition, honestly. Like you don't get any time off. So we went to Florida this year, and that's about a week. So I missed a week of high school, but I was missing it for a week of club volleyball.
Yeah.
But so we took about 4 days in Florida to really take for ourselves because we haven't really gone on a vacation since I started playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a nice experience. It's a nice little break in the season right before I go into high school.
Okay. Now we've reached the rapid fire.
Okay.
So, favorite subject in school?
Psychology.
Favorite TV show?
13 Reasons Why.
Favorite movie?
Hunger Games.
What are we likely to find on your iPod, Pandora, or Spotify?
Netflix.
Okay. Favorite restaurant?
In-N-Out.
Okay. Guilty shopping pleasure. What's the one place Dad knows to look out for on the credit card statement?
Forever 21.
Favorite book?
I love the Hunger Games.
Okay. Favorite vacation?
Florida.
Okay. Favorite athlete?
Nicole Davis.
Off the court, where are we likely to find you?
The beach, playing beach volleyball.
Do you have any game day superstitions?
No, not really. Just stretch right before so I don't pull muscle.
And favorite amusement park?
Disneyland.
Okay. So you kind of gave a recap earlier, but kind of preview the Ambassador League and the Notre Dame schedule heading into the Ambassador, because league play in the Ambassadors comes up wham, like 2 weeks after the start because it's so big.
Yeah. So August 31st is our first game, and so it's going to be really exciting. It kind of starts off with a little bit of a rough patch. I think we don't play Woodcrest. It starts with a W, but I don't remember.
In the league?
Pull it up on my phone?
I can pause it really quick.
Okay.
Go.
So we start off with Western Christian on August 31st, and then we go into an Xavier Prep tournament. And we did that last year at San Bernardino College, and that was a really great tournament. Actually, I think that's what really made our team come together, because that was like the first time where it wasn't a game, but an all-day situation where we all had to stay together, and it was just really great. And then our next one is Linfield, and that's a really fun game too.
And Linfield's improving. They pushed you guys to 5 last year, correct? One of those times?
Yes, we did. Hopefully not this year. We're definitely going to come through and try to beat 3.
Okay. The part of the Ambassador League I'm looking forward to the most is those top 3, the Ontario, Loma Linda, Notre Dame, trying to pick out which of those matches to go to, because they're all going to be really competitive.
So we have Holy War, which starts with Aquinas. So us and Aquinas have never we've always butted heads in everything, like in football and volleyball and basketball. That's the biggest time of year, especially Notre Dame. Our ASD goes crazy with all the decorations and the pep rallies. That one's a fun game to go to. I would definitely, if you want a fun experience and a really like good high school experience, go to that. If you want a super competitive one, I would go to Ontario versus Notre Dame. We always meet up. We have the same colors. We're both green and gold, so we're all trying to say, oh, we're the better school, we're this or that. But it really comes down to what happens at the end of the court.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that they're really improving, they really kind of surprised us, was Loma Linda. Loma Linda was a really good team. My friend Morgan Hall is on that team too. We played together my 15th year, and they're the funnest to compete against. They are, I know them, I know her personally, and so going through those games, all three of those, if they're all back to back to back, it's the funnest week ever.
Okay.
It's the most competitive you can ever be. Even if you're on the court, off the court, a fan, a coach, someone passing back to school, it's the best.
Okay.
It's honestly the best.
And I'm sure those are the matches you all are going to look forward to, and those are the matches you're going to leave with the most memories from.
Oh yes, oh definitely. But I think the most satisfaction, the game will get the most satisfaction out of beating is Woodcrest, because we've been trying to chase them for 4 years, and this year we have a chance, and we're going to take it, and we're going to hopefully win.
Okay.